RotoBallers this week 17. Confirmed cases of coronavirus. Chef BoiRDeen has contracted COVID. We're trying to be safe. So we're doing a Zoom video like we do every week to be safe. So, Chef,
it's like
how you feeling?
The safe protocols are the same as always, right? Unless we're going to go get some mask on. I got some fresh soup. You want to scoop of soup?
Scoop of soup, not from your spoon. No, I don't. Don't give me with your trickery, pal. I'm sure it's good. I just want to say this right now before we even get into week 17, before we get to these plays, before I give you a promo code, before the guy gets angry in the comments, I want to just say that you were one bad mofo because you're here and you're on this show, because I know a ton of people that are probably using the coronavirus excuse to get out of everything in life. So, man amongst men.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. This morning when I was texting you, I was probably out. Like I was sleeping most of the day. The muscle fatigue is like a very real thing. Like I was struggling to take the top of a water bottle because my muscle fatigue was so bad. But the way I see it, Chase, I said this to myself. If I'm going to be entering a lineup or placing a bet, then I can do content.
Right. Because everybody, man, for the RotoBallers, for the Garage fam, Chef Boy, it don't stop. And that's what I always say too. If I was in his same position, it don't stop. The grind don't stop. It don't ever stop. So don't stop believing, like Journey. Shout out to that band.
I also have this. Like the only way really I'm going to the hospital is if this thing goes below 95 for oxygen levels. I think that's what I'm supposed to do is call my doctor. So we can do this right now on the episode.
Let's test it. Let's see the oxygen level of the chef. We'll see how much oxygen's in the kitchen.
It's thinking. I think 88 is critical.
I can't see.
I'm above 95. I'm at 97, and my heart rate's at 70 beats per minute.
I'm out.
Can you see?
Yeah. Okay. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. We're good, guys. All right. So chef is protected. He has been guided by the master of the universe right now. We're thankful for him. He also, who knows what this could do to your brain. This could take your brain to new levels because you're going to get immune to so much. You're going to the antibodies now. So now you get to experience the antibodies firsthand.
Maybe this will take the chef bets to a new level.
It could. So this could be a blessing in disguise. Rona invades Chef Boy. It invades America, it invades Chef Boy. I'm still Rona's free, so we're going to be okay. But enough of that. You're here. We're here. We got plays. It's shenanigans week. And I always love week 17 because of just the random things that can happen. But as you've stated to me, this week there's a lot on the line. There are a lot of teams that are facing some challenging circumstances. Shout out to something we can't say on this video. And then, so we had to change some things around. We still have a little bit of shenanigan plays here. And then we also have a very fun over-under bet that Chef Boy and I have agreed to do. And we're going to say it here publicly so that if it does happen or doesn't happen, you guys can hold us to it. Because I'm a firm believer that it will, and he's a firm believer that it won't. So it's going to be fun. So a little bit of side action, and we'll talk about that after. But let's go ahead and start with week 17, quarterbacks. Are you ready?
Yeah, well,
need your mask.
The playoff change, I think we agree, is exciting, Chase. But it kind of hurts the shenanigans week a little bit. Not fully, but a little bit.
Yeah, and I made sure that they knew that. Because you were saying that it hurts. It could hurt the shenanigans.
Well, I love backup QBs, and I still do. And I still think we're going to see a few.
Yeah. So I definitely have one in mind, but we didn't name him here. But maybe we can throw him on the over-under bet. We'll do that on the side off the video. We'll tweet about it. All right. But, yeah, let's go ahead and start now. I was just making sure we're going to be talking about these. There's going to be some guys down here like normal. So I just want to make sure that you don't give them the Ronas. Do you think we should get your mask? Because when they come through down here, is your box protected? Is it protected by plexiglass? Like in gas stations?
Yeah, I don't have my mask near me, so we're going to have to rely on this glass.
Okay. Well, this virtual glass will protect these players as they come through. So no worries. Roger, please, if you're watching this, these guys are okay. Guaranteed. Quarterback number one, Samuel L. Darnold playing for the New York Football Jets. He's 4,900 going against New England. Sammy G up in the limousine. I feel like week 17 is the perfect time for Sam Darnold to show out and to come out and about, especially against the broken New England Patriots. That souls were broken to a new level against the Buffalo Bills this past week. The game where Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs both gave me 40 points each, allowing me to win in the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Pro League. So another jab.
By the way,
thank
congrats.
you. If it feels good, I've been trying to win that for 3 years. So I'm joining good company. It's only been won by some of the older guys in the fantasy industry up until now. So it all changes now. A Garage Guy has won his own trophy, and I will be getting the Josh Allen white, the same jersey they wore against the New England Patriots, and it's getting the Pro League patch. So I'm excited.
More sweet too that you took me down in the finals. That makes it better.
It is. It was fun. And also that I was 7-6 and you were 10-2. That's even better. So congrats to me. Yay. But back to this though, all seriousness, I think that we're going to see I think this is going to be a game that a lot of people are expecting to be low scoring. I, on the other hand, believe that this is going to be a semi-entertaining game. I think that this is going to be a fun game to watch. And I definitely think that Sam is going to be able to kind of showcase a little bit of why they decided to win games and not let Trevor Lawrence come to the Jets. That Sam is their guy and that he needs to stay. They just need to get him a little bit better of pieces to their puzzles. And Adam Gase needs to leave town and go to rehab. So that's another one.
I love Sam Darnold. I think he's one of the best, I guess, punt plays. There's several punt plays this week compared to normal weeks. I like the pairing of him and Jamison Crowder again. I think Crowder could be another guy that gets in the end zone. So I love the connection those two have developed. What you said is true. New England's kind of broken right now. Their defense is not the same since Gilmore's been out. So I don't really see a reason why Darnold can't throw for 2 touchdowns. And I think we might like the running back as well here.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that position as well coming up. But, yeah, Sammy D up in the limousine. We like Sammy. Start some Samuel L. Darnold. I don't even know if that's his middle initial. I just like to say it. Kirk Cousins is our other quarterback at 6,300 playing against Detroit. Now, I made my statement firm. Okay. And usually I'll say something and Chef Boy will say something, but I think that this needs to be discussed like live in person between me and you right now. They are playing Detroit, but I don't think that this game has any type of playoff implications whatsoever. So I have this theory about why we're playing Kirk and why we're going to play one of our wide receivers that we're going to talk about later. But I mean, do you feel like this game could go either way? Because it does just, everybody should think that Minnesota is going to win this game by a landslide, but because the majority of people think that, do you ever like wonder in your head if like, okay, well, this obviously means that Detroit might win? Do you ever think of those things?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is silly season, shenanigans week. So
shenanigans week.
Anything can happen. It's just I don't necessarily like the matchup for Detroit. I don't think it's that great, but both of these games we've talked about don't have any implications. So we're kind of playing with fire, I guess.
The one thing I guess I would say is, and like in all seriousness here, I know we goof and cut up a lot, but Dalvin Cook did lose his father this week, which is a tragedy in itself. So he will be missing the game. And I know that Alexander Madison will be in his position. So, just sending good vibes and just good all to the family and of the Cooks, because even though I've said a lot of stuff about Dalvin Cook in the past about, how I wish he wasn't this superstar, great guy, because I made a bet with some people and lost it last year. It's never fun to lose a loved one. So, definitely sending good vibes his way. But that will have some I think that will change some things up a good bit, because if Dalvin was in this game, I think that it would just be the Dalvin Cook show the whole time.
You like Madison? We like Cousins a little bit more, don't we?
Yeah, I think I mean my theory on this, and like I said, we'll tie it in, and I'll finish up talking about why once we get to wide receivers, about my theory of why I like Kirk. But I definitely think Kirk is going to be able to get that ball into the end zone a good bit. We may even see a running touchdown for Kirk Cousins in this game. I mean, dude, I'm gonna put it to you this way: the Bucks pretty much just, I think Bruce Arians just like mentally destroyed everyone in Detroit. Even Martha was up in the box, just like, I'm surprised that she's still kicking around, like, because that was bad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we like Cousins watching the past few weeks. The Lions have been done for a while, honestly. They're turning to their next season and a new head coach, and at least they have a running back they know they can rely on. So I think the next big decision for them is probably what happens with Stafford and then who's the head coach. And you're right, though. Like, this point of the season, they could win this game. The spread's 7, so that's high for sure for NFL. 7 points is a big spread, but that's not something that the Lions can't. I mean, they could play them close, and Cousins could have to throw the ball several times. It's possible in Week 17.
Yeah, either way, it's okay because, like, Kirk Cousins is going to throw regardless. Either he's going to get a ton of garbage time or he's going to be throwing up in the forefront. So that's why we like Kirk. Again, 6,300 against Detroit over on DraftKings. Let's go into running backs. We'll talk a little bit more about the Sam Darnold pairing. First running back we have is Ty Johnson, 4,300 on DraftKings, playing against New England. We like Sam. We like Ty. Ty is the guy that we throw to. Frank Gore, I think that he's already pretty much like the ship has sailed. He's up here. He's got to retire after this season. Maybe they use this game, and this is what I'm thinking, is maybe they use this game to really try to exercise the crap out of Ty Johnson to see, hey, should we keep this guy around for another year? Should we let him stick? Because he went from Detroit, he moved from Detroit, he goes here to the Jets. I personally think there is potential with Ty Johnson. I mean, we did see what he did against the Rams. A lot of people say that could be lucky, and it probably was luck because of how bad things have been for him. But when you got Frank Gore and you're wanting to try to tack on some more stuff for the record books, we already know the guy's a Hall of Famer. I think this would be a really good week to put him in a running back spot or a flex spot, and just kind of, because they're going to turn him loose. I don't see any other reason why they wouldn't. As long as he's not dropping passes, I think that we're going to have a good game out of Ty.
You're convincing for sure. And the one thing that keeps popping in my head, though, is you say you don't see any reason why they wouldn't use him fully. Adam Gase is the only reason I can think of why they would keep rolling Frank Gore out there.
Yeah, cocaine problems. Old Adam.
Well, like, literally, there's no reason they should be giving Gore the ball right now. But they might. Like, prepare if you play Ty Johnson, you have to be prepared to get vultured by Frank Gore.
We need to see how close he is to the next record that he could break. That's how we know. If there's no like nearby records that Frank can break, then it's Ty all the way. If he's like 100 yards away or 200-300 yards away from something, then yeah, Adam would be like, all right, guy, get out there. Go.
We need to save Ty Johnson's legs for next season. That's what he'd be saying. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it's like because he's convinced he's coming back. So is Ty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Right. So yeah, I do like Ty Johnson. Again, 4,300 DraftKings. Don't sleep on it.
That's pretty cheap. That's as cheap as it gets. Besides, I think 4K is the minimum, right?
That's right. So go back and watch the just, you know, like I said in the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports recap 2 weeks ago. You just got to pray that the whole team's on coke. That's it. It's the only way. Derrick Henry at 9,400 going up against Houston. Do we need to talk any deeper about this? There's like a couple things I need to say.
The only thing I'll say is the one thing that always concerns me with Derrick Henry is at that price, the way they use him, he's not really a receiving back. He basically is touchdown dependent. So like if he rushes for 120 yards and doesn't score, probably ain't going to pay off the price tag. So you need him to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I think the reason they set this price for him at 9,400 is because the guys and girls at DraftKings are probably like, I'm sorry, just guys, because it's 2021. By the way, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. Yeah. The guys.
The Rona, not the New Year.
I know it's like that took all the. It's like I woke up, I didn't even realize it was January 1st. I was worried about you, and I'm glad you're okay. You got your scoop of soups. You're doing, yeah. Everything's gonna be all right, man. I believe. Trust the uni. All right.
I took the longest nap of my life today in 10 years of my life.
10 years, yeah. Derek's just down here right now.
4-hour nap, literally.
4 hours. That's how much sleep I get on a daily basis. That's crazy. All right. Well, we know it. Derek, thanks for being patient down there. We appreciate you. But 9,400, the reason that the guys at DraftKings did this was because they were like, yeah, he's definitely going to have a 94-yard touchdown. So we're just going to set it at 9,400 because that's going to happen. You remember what happened last year when they played Houston at this time? And dude, he's coming off of like the worst game I think that he's possibly had this year. He had like 9 fantasy points. There's no way that he doesn't go off. No way.
That's what's weird, Chase. I think he had like 100 yards rushing last week, and that was a bad game for him. So I don't know. I feel good about it because I feel like the Texans are not really inspired right now. They're not playing good football, and I feel like Derrick Henry's bound to get in. And the approach I'm taking, Chase, in tournaments this weekend. The lineups that don't have Derrick Henry, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in Ryan Tannehill, who I like as another QB.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him, running in as well. And I mean, we saw what he did in the snow at Green Bay. I mean, he had like a 40-yard touchdown.
And
so
doesn't
that was
it
cool.
seem like Tennessee gets in these random shootouts too? Like it happens 3 or 4 times this year already.
Like, yeah, for no reason. They're just like, we are the Titans. Show us what you have. We will slow down for you. We promise. We want to come from behind and win. So just to let them score around the second half. They're just like, okay. And then Mike Vrabel's like, great. They're up on us 4 touchdowns. Let's go. Like,
let's get the real playbook out. Let's get the real playbook.
For sure. All right. So that's your guy. And again, 9,400 because he'll have a 94-yard touchdown in this game. Like Derrick Henry.
I want that to happen just to see what you do on Twitter.
Oh, dude, it wouldn't even matter. It's like we say all the time. I'm going to do things on Twitter anyway.
I know, but I want to like the 94-yard exactly touchdown where you like get on video and record yourself talking about it, where your eyebrows are real raised up and you're like
just rub it in.
Or no, like the Aaron Jones videos when that happened. That's what I'm envisioning.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I like to be right. Everybody knows that. I like to be right, and I will let you know if I'm right. And everybody watching this video knows that too. They're like, this cocky, weird guy with mustache. Who are you?
This garage guy.
No, I am NASCAR. Okay, it's preseason officially.
It me,
NASCAR. All right, wide receivers. Let's go ahead and start it off. Going to trail back to the Kirk Cousins talk. Justin Jefferson, 7,600 on DraftKings, going up against Detroit. We've already pretty much went through this game with Kirk, but the one reason I liked Kirk is because everybody is like pushing Adam Thielen. I've seen a lot of people pushing Adam. Justin Jefferson's in the running for Offensive Rookie of the Year. This is a perfect time to get him a little bit more stats, a couple more touchdowns. There's nothing else really to play for in this game, I don't think, but other than just pride. So it's like, I don't see why we wouldn't have an opportunity open up for Justin to be able to add on a little bit more to convince why he should have this award. That's literally where I'm stemming from. That's why I'm playing him. Plus, he's 7,600, man.
Yeah.
He's not priced up stupid high.
I think Justin Jefferson's going to be a guy we see next season priced up with the very top boys. I mean, the 1-2 punch of him and Thielen's probably not going anywhere. I don't know what Thielen's contract situation is, but I'm assuming they'll have him locked up since Diggs walked, right? They probably can afford to keep Thielen. Anyways, I love Jefferson. I like Thielen a little bit, but I think Jefferson's the play, and I think Jefferson will be higher owned. So you might be seeing that love from on the Twitter feed from some season-long people. I'm not sure exactly, but I do think Jefferson will be a little bit higher owned.
Okay, let's add that to the bet slip too, because I'm going to say that Thielen's higher owned than Justin.
Okay, what are we putting on this? We don't.
All right, we'll discuss all of that because we got to wait till we get to the over-unders after we get all the plays out the way. We'll save it for the bonus. Yeah, possibly. I don't know yet. Okay. We got a couple more plays to talk about. We'll see. I think so. Yeah, I'm confident in it.
Okay.
All right, the other wide receiver that we have, T.Y. Hilton, 5,800 on DraftKings going up against Jacksonville. Dude's been on fire. I think they have a shot. Do they have to have some games fall in their way, or do they control their own destiny with a win here?
I'm pretty sure that they do not get in if certain things happen. They need either Tennessee to lose or they need some things to happen in the wild card stuff. But they're, as of right now, as of today, they are not in.
Okay. Either way it goes, though, I will say this much. T.Y. Hilton loves Phillip Rivers. He wants Phillip Rivers to come back next season. I read an article earlier today that was having some quotes from T.Y. Hilton. It was a pretty good article, really good read as well. Can't remember the exact source, but if you want to know, hit me up and I'll find it for you. But I'm sure a lot of you watching this have probably read it already. Phillip has brought T.Y. back to life, and he's just kind of here again, and it just kind of solidifies him as a wide receiver in this league that, hey, he is one of the best. He is one of the good ones out here. Plus, at this price against Jacksonville, that's almost just like the biggest slap in the face in the world. So if T.Y. Hilton catches wind that he's 5,800 on DraftKings, he's going to have a day and make everyone that didn't play him regret it.
It's kind of surprising to hear him endorse him so much. I'm interested to see how that plays out because it's probably been T.Y.'s least productive year in a while. I know that he had this stretch chase where me and you kind of hopped on board recently, but that just tells you that maybe Phillip Rivers has been doing some things behind the scenes that's gotten his trust, and we've seen it kind of come together the past few weeks. So, yeah, I have no problem rolling out T.Y. Hilton. I also think Jonathan Taylor's in a smash spot against this Jags defense. Terrible.
I think what happened is Phillip probably brought him out to like the range. Like he probably took him horseback riding, and he was just like, he's like, hey, man, you got to stop using them cuss words. And he changed his life. So now T.Y.'s a big dang it guy, and he's wearing bolos on the horses and he's riding around with them. I would love to see a video. Yeah. Dang it. Darn it. I've got 10 kids. Darn it.
Darn it, T.Y. T.Y., get in the end zone. Come on.
You think like T.Y.'s probably like adopted half the kids to like lighten the load so that he can keep the T levels high when he's out there playing.
He's got to keep that wife happy. So maybe he gave T.Y. a few kids, and
who knows? Maybe they're throwing some keys in the fish bowl, man. Who knows? Maybe they're keeping them T levels right at a good area. That's why they're liking each other. That's why they're gelling. You never know.
Oh man, here we go.
Don't fire us, RotoBaller. Don't fire us. All right, let's go to the next position. Always fun. Love it. Always fun.
Hey, Chase, real quick.
Yeah. Let's go.
Tennessee, Miami, Baltimore, Cleveland, and Indianapolis are all 10-5. All of them are 10-5. They're fighting for 4 playoff spots between 5 teams. They all have the exact same record. So that's our playoff update.
That's crazy. I just really, really hope Cleveland wins. I just want Cleveland to get in so bad.
Dude, I think the team that I want to miss is Baltimore.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, I'm over it, dude. I'm over it.
Yeah, I've never liked the Ravens. I could care less about the Ravens in their entire existence. Ray Lewis was like the coolest thing, and I still hated the Ravens.
I will say I want to see the Colts
kill the guy.
Both make it.
Who?
I want to see Colts and Titans both make it.
That would be interesting. Vegas would love that.
We're most likely getting, I don't know, man. It's going to be crazy. With all those teams 10-5, we could see any combination, really.
You never know, dude. It's just such a crazy year, man. Wild year for a lot of things. But it's over now because it's 2021. All right, so maybe things are going to start to normalize. I don't have much faith in that, but I'm going to try.
The first tight end appreciation segment of 2021 is right now.
Right, and it's only fitting that these 2 guys that we chose are actually guys that we've been hyping up all 2020. So we're carrying them into 2021, and we're not doing it just because. We're doing it because they are in smash spots. Started off with a guy that I found out we've been pronouncing his name wrong this entire time. Mr. Robert Tonyan, Tonyan, 5K on DraftKings against Chicago. Okay. This is a game where we just found out that, Bruschetti is his name. He just tore his ACL. Like he's done by the season. Isn't his name Bruschetti? He's like an offensive lineman.
Oh, Bakhtiari?
Bakhtiari. I was close. Bruschetti, Bakhtiari. It's in the area. He said he was going to beat the piss out of the Bears, and then like all the Green Bay fans were like so mad at the Chicago fans because they were like, "That's karma." Ha ha. It's like this dude just tore his ACL. Plus, the guy is like a certified like badass. I'm just going to come out and say it. I've seen some of this stuff that this guy has put out there, and I love it. So yeah, I hate that he tore his ACL.
He's like one of the best. He's one of the best in football.
Yes, like, and he's got a mullet, dude, and he's just killing it at life. So, dude, like that guy.
Huge blow to the Packers in terms of their chances to get to the Super Bowl.
Right, it is, but we're hoping to see Tonyan step up and take to the next level. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna have to be a lot quicker because that Chicago defense is gonna be ready to eat, like feast, because they know that if they win, then it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then plus as a Saints fan, I need the Bears to win and I need the Seahawks to win. So I need that to happen.
So maybe you don't want Tonyan to score.
Well, I do, because as long as Chicago comes back to win the game, it's all good. Tonyan will score in this game. I'm putting a Chase Boy certified stamp on it. Certified. It's certified. Tonyan will have a touchdown. He will get some PPR action. I'm loving him in this spot. I mean, what do you think? I mean, are you on the same page?
I like his chances to score for sure. I mean, I think he's a good play. I think the Bears have been pretty bad against tight end. I think it's a good spot for Tonyan. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a huge Devontae. I mean, Devontae Adams is amazing. He can do it against any team. But for some reason, I might have a little gut boy special here. I just feel like they're not going to let him beat them. Like, if you're the Bears, you got to make sure he doesn't beat you. So that would pave the way for Mr. Tonyan.
You know how many people are going to tell you that's the Rona talking?
That's fine. I mean, I think Devontae Adams is a play you can do every single week and not even look at the matchup if you want to. But I'm personally taking the stance of might see a little bit of Tonyan and the Lazard King. Might see a little bit of that action.
All right, so a little bit of sorcery, a little bit of trickiness, little trick plays. All right, so remember, Robert Tonyan, 5K.
And I'll be underweight on Devontae Adams, by the way, like for sure. I bet he'll be about 25% in probably. I'm probably going to be at 10%. I'm just going to take a stance on him.
All right, there we go. That's done. That's stamped.
I thought you would love that news because that means I'm playing more tight end.
Yeah, it is good. But we have this other tight end too. I mean, as long as you've got all these guys that we're listing, that's fine. But Devontae wasn't on the wide receiver list, so don't play him. All right, Jonnu Smith. This is an insult. 3,800 on DraftKings, playing against Houston, playing against beat up, banged up, baby bull Houston team with no coach, no good wide receiver except for Brandon Cooks. Shout out to Brandon. He's a good guy this year. Been cool. Just bad news, Bears. No cat food Ferskers. No Pruitt, son of Tennessee Titan, University of Tennessee coach Pruitt. I don't even know if that's his son, but if it is, don't play him anyway because his name's Pruitt, and Pruitts are bad for news for Tennessee. Okay, so don't do it. It's Jonnu Smith. It's Jonnu. Okay. I love the thought of just Derrick Henry running and then getting close to the red zone. They get those plays where they get within the 10-yard line, and then the whole defense is going to be stacked up. Like, okay, they're about to run Derrick on us. So we got to stack the box here. And then it's just Ryan Tannehill, hoop, there it is. Jonnu, touchdown. That's how it's going to play out. Remember it.
I'm not going to say too much, but Jonnu, the targets have been there recently, Chase. I know with him and his health, we saw some other tight ends kind of pop up, like you said. With the past 2 weeks, we've seen 7 targets and 5 targets for Jonnu. So that's good news. I believe he scored both of those weeks as well. He scored in most recently. He scored against the Packers. He did not score against Detroit, but he topped 10 fantasy points in both of those weeks. I definitely think this is a spot that against Houston, I don't know how you couldn't like this for a potential touchdown.
Yeah, and just the price.
Yeah.
And the fact that you just get to, when your friends ask you, who are you playing at tight end, you get to yell in their ear and say, Jonnu! So those are also really great factors to consider when it comes to using mathematical equations to make choices for DFS lineups to win actual money.
Momentarily like busted my headphones.
That's the goal. I make Jonnu proud.
Yeah.
He's a proud guy.
Ever since Nashville, I mean, you were at you basically made the same yelling noise when Johnny scored that day.
It'll never change. until he tells me like, chill out, bro. And then I'll be like, all right, you got it. I'll respect him.
He'll be like, bring it down a level, but keep the energy.
And then James will come in and be like, hey man, don't tell Garage Guy what to do. And then the rivalry will start between the Jags and the Titans again because they're division rivals. Yeah. They'll fight.
We also need Minshew starting as many games as possible somewhere.
Right. Probably for the Patriots with James. Then they won't be rivals anymore. And then James and Johnny will be cool. All right. That's our story. All right. So side action. We were discussing who we were going to play at tight end. And we made two great electric picks. There were other guys that I wanted to eat it. Go ahead. What are you waiting for? Put it in your mouth. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you right now. I don't want a damn thing from you right now. You stay in Nashville. I'll be good here in New Orleans. All right.
What's that video you made?
Oh yeah, the chef special. That really like overweight chef that makes a loud. It was like he's off the meme with like my girl, or me in the bedroom with my girl, and it was like. I don't even know.
Didn't you like flash all my bets just like with the noises?
Yeah, I put all of your bets as the food. So he was cooking them up and just making them. It was good. That was a good one. Go back and watch that. Follow us on TikTok at Garage Guys FS. Go watch it. The side action though, we made, like I said, we made the tight ends. Robert Tonyan.Jonnu Smith. We love him to death. But there is another tight end that I have like a little small space in my heart for. I've actually been in contact with his agent. So I'm kind of trying to discuss it. We haven't talked. Me and you have not talked in like 2 weeks because of holidays. There's a lot of things you don't know. So I figured I'd break the news to you here. Wow. Been in some talks. Going to try to get him on Garage Guys. But this Mr. Dan Arnold, Arizona Cardinals. The side action is this. Chef Boy thinks that Dan will not score more than 7 fantasy points on DraftKings. I say that he will. And so we're putting money on that. I'm taking the over 7 on DraftKings for Dan Arnold because I think that Dan Arnold will catch a touchdown in this game against the Rams playing, John Mellencamp? I'm just going to call him John Mellencamp. Yeah, that's not even John Mellencamp. I don't even know.
Yeah, who is it? John Wolford?
John Wolford, yeah. John Wolford.
You think this is going to result in, Dan Arnold having a lot of touches because they're going to be on offense the whole time?
Well, I don't know, dude. I think the Rams have a shot. I've never seen this guy play, but I've heard good things about him. I've heard some good stuff about this Wolford guy. I know that him and Sean are like tight. I know that much.
I don't think it's going to be like a game where either team will pull away. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong, but.
I'm just really upset.
I think it's going to be close, is what I'm saying. So that would play to your theory there that he's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm upset that I called him John Mellencamp and then I sung "Born in the USA" by Bob Seger. I meant to sing "Little Pink Houses."
It happened.
Pink Houses. Remember that song?
No, I don't remember that one.
It's a good song.
So I'm at under 7.
Yeah, you're under 7 fantasy points. I'm over 7 fantasy points for Dan Arnold. And what do we say? We take the side action. Oh yeah. I say that, and it depends on what contest for Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. So what contest are we gonna? Because ownership percentages are different, all in a bunch of different contests. So we have to pick like a contest, like the main contest.
We'll take the average of a contest that you play in and the contest that I play
in. I think we should stick to like one. Like, is there like a Millie Maker this week?
Yeah, we can stick to the Millie Maker.
Okay. Well, if you have that data, then we'll stick to the Millie Maker, and we'll see. I say that Justin Jefferson will be less owned than Adam Thielen. You say Adam Thielen will be less owned than Justin Jefferson.
Yep. And we have the Dan Arnold one. Now we just need to know. I didn't even know like what we're putting on it.
Okay. I'm gonna put $20 on Dan Arnold. I'll put $20 down on that. You go 20.
Okay.
Go $20 for that. And I'm a little less like confident with the Adam Thielen, Justin Jack, because that really can just play a different way. So I'll say we throw 10 on that. So overall $30 is on the line.
I'm down for anywhere from 10 to 200.
Oh, I know. You big spender boy over here. I'm trying to ball on a budget. I got too much money going into other places.
No, I figured that I mean that's a good amount. I figured that's what it would be, but I was just letting you know that like if you were really confident on Dan Arnold, the highest I'm going is 200.
$200.
That's the highest I'm going because you seem like you're very confident. So I don't want you to come out and say you want to do like $500 because that actually would scare me off.
And I'm a confident guy, and I'm gonna also go with what I'm kind of a cheapo. So I'm just I'm gonna go with that. Okay. I'm not gonna bet. That stimmy ain't hit yet, bro. I ain't gonna bet what I don't have. All right.
But you do endorse, despite us having side action against each other, you do endorse people following chef bets.
Yeah, I do that as well. And you're here on RotoBaller's YouTube page anyway, so I don't know why you haven't used promo code Garage for everything and anything under the sun. NBA's popping off right now. Use promo code Garage and get all of the tools that you need to dominate in NBA DFS this season. And chef bets as well, but they're free. You don't have to use a promo code for that. You can read them every week. It's almost a sin and a crime, like a cardinal sin. Like the Pope should be pissed off that your picks are free. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they should be free next year. I think that these picks are very much deserving of people paying for, because if somebody has followed you since week 1, they're what, 90? You're over 90 now. 90 and what?
I think I'm 91 and 48 or something.
Yeah, that is a sin for somebody not to pay for that. Like you would have already paid for somebody's yearly subscription probably to your bets by using your bets. So things are going to change. Just saying.
I'm about to tell you 95 and 52, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to have it up on Twitter, but it's over 54 units. You're up 54
Those are free.
Yeah.
FREE. I hope I just busted your speakers, because it's a shame if you haven't been using them. It's a damn shame.
And thank you to the people that have been hitting me up in the DMs and tweeting us. Always a pleasure.
Big shout out to you guys. Big shout
out
to
everybody. I'm going to
remember
the people like once everyone's following the chef bets, Chase, I'm going to remember the people that were along for the ride at the beginning. That's
little grandfathered in action, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't forget it, guys. You're listening, you're watching. All right, look, that's all the time we got. You need to go get some rest. You need to go get better. You're on the COVID list and Alvin Kamara is too, and I'm upset about it. So you guys both need to be resting up, getting better, defeat the coronavirus, take the antibodies, and make something good with them in life. So I'm counting on you. I'm gonna be hanging out with you when you get them antibodies. You gonna share some with me?
Yeah, I can get that. I can give you a little shot of antibodies right before the vaccine.
Once you get the antibodies, I'm just gonna come get that soup, the scoop of soup, baby.
Scoop of soup.
I'm gonna get that scoop of soup like a chicken pox party.
Dude, I gotta go sleep.
Yeah, you gotta get out of here.
I can explain it is like I can have like these 2 hours of energy, and then I'm out. Like I'm about to be out.
Yeah, go sleep. All right, we're out of here. Enjoy week 17, shenanigans week. It lives on forever. Garage guys, we out. We love you. Promo code Garage. Do your thing, and then follow us everywhere. Garage Guys FS, Garage Guy Chase, Chef BoiRDeen. You know us, you love us, and if you don't, then forget you. It's 2021. Bye. Love you. Bye.